somebody was raped in building 1 at one point.
During the day, I feel pretty safe, but at night, I don't know. Like, I don't think I can just walk outside to get the mail.
I had a friend that had a gang initiation in our apartment.
Someone, they call it the Carlton Creeper, was walking around and was peeking in windows and taking pictures of girls and stuff like that.
The security policy was an absolute joke. For one, they had a front gate that you were supposed to swipe your member card or your tag against to open it. It was always open.
Wilmington, North Carolina is home to many unique things, including a very large student demographic from the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Recently, with stories coming public, the safety of these complexes have been put to the test.
These apartment complexes putting on this persona of being luxurious resorts that are immune to basically any laws and any regulation. It's unfortunate that kids these days are just kind of living in that fantasy of paying $700-800 in rent and thinking they're invincible. Even if you do have those nice accommodations, that just makes you even more of a target for those high crime individuals.
We spoke with many individuals who have experienced lots of different student apartment complexes here in Wilmington. Carolina Cove, which is now Aspire, Progress 910, Red Point, and Carlton Place. And here are some of their stories.
I would never live in those apartments again, and I never stayed in that apartment ever again. I moved out immediately. I lived in Carolina Cove off Kerr Avenue. When I came home from the library at 11:30 with my roommate, we walked in, started making some late night food when we got a knock at the door. Opened the door, 3 dudes come crashing in. I split to my bedroom, and my roommate comes in there too, and he ends up locking the door. We hear all this commotion. They're asking about where our money is, where's our phones, laptops, these kinds of things. And I can hear them going to all these rooms, making all this noise, asking for stuff, demanding stuff. So I grab his phone, I make a call to the police. The police come maybe 5 minutes later. They run off our balcony, which is on the 2nd floor. They jump to the sidewalk and then make a run for it. They all 3 ended up getting caught.
There was an interesting situation last year where I think there were some girls that were held hostage by some crazy gunmen. A hero, a Marine hero, came in down the stairs and chased a guy and saved those girls.
My roommate was hit up by this guy that he kind of knew. He came over with another guy, which we didn't know. He just showed up. And so there's 2 of them in the apartment. They were cool people at first, we just talking to them. Nothing really jumped out. They weren't being suspicious anyway. So he just runs out the door, and then 2 minutes later, the original guy that left, and then 2 other guys just come running in the apartment. They all had guns. They all had handguns. The dude with the Glock just kept pointing at me. And as soon as that happened, I just my reaction, I just jumped up, and then another guy came and just hit me in the face. And another guy came and held me down, and then he just hit me. Went through our apartments. They didn't really take anything crazy, but they definitely robbed us. Probably for a few $100 worth of stuff. It really wasn't worth it in the end.
And most recently, last Thursday at Red Point, shots were fired from 2 non-residents that had a conflict at a party. This video clip was given to us by Matthew Greer.
Oh my God.
Dougie's out there.
Should we call the police?
No.
Oh my God.
Okay.
We sat down and discussed the experience that 2 individuals had from witnessing what had happened during the shooting.
I came home and I was letting people out of my house, and then I opened the door and there were 2 groups of people arguing, and then the arguing escalated and the one group started to back away, and then I heard gunshots, and then I went in my house and locked the door and went upstairs.
I thought that this place would be a safe place, we wouldn't have to worry about this kind of stuff, but now I'm starting to feel a little less safe, and I might have to, I don't know.
Progress, and there was Aspire, and then Red Point probably, because it's that whole area is just I don't know, drug addicts. There's even homeless people in the woods behind Progress.
Listening to these stories and hearing the impact of all of these occurrences and different events that have taken place here in Wilmington and apartment complexes, we decided to sit down with a property manager. A new development is being built in Wilmington called Uncommon Wilmington, and Sarah Maxon is in charge of that property. We asked her, from her experience as a property manager, why things like this would be happening.
So I've been involved in student housing for 5 years, and this will be my 3rd year as a property manager. So as a property manager, there's been many times where there have been unsafe events happen, and unfortunately we do everything that we can on our end to make sure that things go right and that kids stay safe. But the reality is that if someone wants to get into the building, then they definitely will. You know, kids just not behaving, or kids just, you know, leaving their doors propped open, or letting people come in to a party that they don't know, or having strangers over to host a party. That's when things can get out of hand. And that's what I've seen the most often is when kids just aren't really aware of who they're letting into their home or who they're being around. When you kind of let your guard down in that sense, then that's when things start to get dangerous.
These are just some stories, and there's lots more out there.
Those preliminary precautionary measures don't really do much when someone has a set goal on getting in the door. So definitely lock those doors, deadbolt. Always being aware for yourself and looking out for yourself is the #1 priority, because no one else is going to do it for you.